Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm back again with the same shirt on. That means I film more than one video in a day. We should all know this already. So today we're gonna be talking about MAC palettes and more specifically the new MAC inserts. So I bought these a week ago, but I was like, not a week ago. I bought it at least like a month or two ago. I've been really meaning to get this video out, but I wasn't sure if I was ready to push it out yet, but now I'm ready. So I'm going to be showing you some. I don't have all the new MAC inserts. Well, before I get into that, some of you may not know, but MAC came out with some new inserts so you can better customize your MAC palette. So the old inserts, I have like the old, well, not the old, but because you can still buy these, but the original MAC inserts, the eye ones were like this, and this is a 15 count, and this is a double-sided palette, or you can get this 15 count in a single-sided palette. That was for the eyes, and for blush, they have these, which hold 6, right? So, and again, this is in a double-sided palette, but you can also get these 6, like this 6 in a single. So those were the only inserts that I knew of, and I would just like buy. Oh, and they have like little quads where you can make 4. I have one of those as well, but I don't have it with me here to film it and show you. So MAC came out with a bunch of new inserts. So one of the ones they came out with, they have ones for like a little. They also have the ones where you get 2 eyeshadows, like a little thing. They have that now also for concealer. So you can have like you can buy a concealer pan and put it into a palette, which I am going to do, and I'm going to use those concealers in our makeup bag that I carry with me. So they have that. I don't have that with me yet. They also have, I'll get into the other one. So this is one of the 9 count ones. This is the Pro Palette Small 9 times 9 insert. So that is basically this. How I have these 9 shadows here. That's what this is. And you could just like customize them any way you would like. So that's the times 9. I also have the large times 2 insert, which is this. And you can just put 2 blushes in there. So here I have Trace Gold and Copper Plate, which is Copper Plate is my favorite MAC blush, period. And I have Trace Gold, which I use sometimes as a highlight. Is that Trace Gold? Yes, it is. Oh, then you had the times 2 medium insert. Now that can be used for cream color bases. So I have that right in here, but I haven't bought my cream color bases yet. I want to get Improper Copper and Bronze, and those can be used as a highlight. So you'll see why, but I want to put them in this palette. Okay, that was a bit much. This is the small times 6 insert. So that is these 6 eyeshadows right here in the middle. That is a whole separate insert. That is the small times 6 insert. You can put shadows. This insert also fits the concealers. So if you wanted to make like if you're a makeup artist, what you can do is you can do like maybe concealers in here, do another one with shadows, and have like your blushes. So you can do half concealers, half shadows, your cream color bases, your blush. I use these to contour, but any way you would like. But the times 6 insert fits shadows and concealers. And this is just a bunch. I bought a bunch of like inserts. And the price. So these inserts range from $1 to $3. That's it. The big ones like this are $2 because the palette itself is $8. Whether you get a double-sided or a single, an empty palette is $8. The inserts are $2. So And then these new ones are $1 to $3. I'm saying $3. I highly doubt any of them are $3, but I don't remember how much was the ×9 insert, so I'm gonna say $1 to $3. And here I have an extra insert that I haven't used yet. I mean, I might use this. Is an extra blush insert. I haven't used it, so I'm keeping it in the box. And this was $1. So yeah. Now we're gonna get into my palette. So I'm just gonna show you guys how I organize them. So in this palette, I keep this one on top of my vanity because I reach for the products in here more often. So here I have 2 MAC blushes. I have Sketch and Blunt, and I keep these on top because these are my go-to contour powders. I am actually loving the Sidebar. I'm loving the Nika K Contour Duo at the moment. This is what I have as my contour right now. I've been obsessing, but 9 out of 10, I'm going for Sketch and Blunt. Sometimes I use Blunt alone, Sketch alone. Sometimes I mix them. It all depends, but I do use these for contour. And in here are the shadows that are my all-time favorite ride or die MAC eyeshadows. So I have Soft Brown, Amber Lights, Expensive Pink, Embark, Brown Script, and Nylon. These are my go-to live or die MAC eyeshadows. And here I plan to put 2 cream color bases so that I can have contour, highlight, and shadows. That's like an ultimate palette for me. One thing I can say that I like about these new inserts, other than the old inserts, these pop out so much easier so you can swap them. And then no, not to say that these things fall out, because they don't, but a little press and they pop out. The other ones are you know what to get out and you just pop it back in. The other ones are so hard to get out. Sometimes I have to use like an X-Acto knife to pry it out, but these are a lot easier to pop out, so I can just swap these if I want to and go. If I was traveling, I can pop, like, leave my contour shades in here, pop maybe like a ×9 in here, or take 1 contour shade out and pop in a blush and just really swap it and mix it up if I'm like traveling. And that's a win for me. Like, if you are a freelance MUA, if you are MUA or whatever, you can, like I said, you can just like pop out one of these contours, pop in a real like neutral blush, take out one of the contours, take out 2 shadows, pop in 2 concealers, leave some shadows in here, and pop in some cream color bases or whatever. You know, you can just really swap them in and out, and it's super easy because these inserts pop right in and out. That's that palette. These are not even all my MAC palettes. Some of my MAC palettes I didn't touch. I left them alone. Like, I have my spring palette, which has all my go-to spring colors. I left that one alone. I have my neutral lid shade palette. I left that one alone. I didn't really mess with all of them. So I have 2 palettes here that have 9 shadows and 2 blushes, and it all depends on the look I'm going for. And you can do these by look, by color scheme, or whatever. So the first one has 2 of my, and the blushes that I put in these palettes are like my go-to MAC blushes. All my other blushes are my other MAC blush palettes, but the blushes that are paired with shadows are my go-to MAC blushes. So on this one I have, these are mostly like shimmer shades. So I have like Gleam, Pink Venus, Coppering, this is Mythology, Gold Mine. These are like really nice shimmer shades. As you can see, they're really neutral and more on the pink and copper side. Then I have blushes that will go with this look, which is Copper Plate and Trace Gold. Trace Gold I can use as a blush, but for the most part, for my deeper skin tone, I use it as a highlight. But it's really nice to throw on the cheeks with like a little shimmer to the cheeks. And Copper Plate is a really beautiful neutral blush. I love Copper Plate. Like, no, this is my favorite MAC blush of all time. It's more on like the peachy side, and when you blend it in on deeper skin tone, it comes off so pretty. I love Copper Plate. And that's like what I have going on in this palette. I can just create any look I want with this palette. Only thing I would have put in here is a crease shade. I try to have all my palettes have like a really nice matte brown. And if I wanted to, I could do that now. Like, I could just like pop, look how easy this pops out. And no, they don't fall out. It is magnetic. And I can just take one of these shadows out, pop in a nice brown, and then I have like a complete palette. Like, I'll have a lid shade, a crease shade. I can even use copper plate as a transition shade and just like go ahead with my thing. This next palette is more like a smoky look. It has like sumptuous olive. Here I have carbon, a matte black. I have the sketch eyeshadow here, a nice matte brown, which I think this is my lovely brown down. I love this brown shade, beautiful for the crease. And I have two blushes in here. I have Desert Rose and Format. If you've been watching my YouTube channel for a while, you know how much I love Format by MAC. Like, throw this on the cheese for a real neutral cheek. And Desert Rose is my favorite pink blush by MAC. I love Desert Rose, is my favorite pink. My favorite like neutral pink. I can wear this blush like legit anywhere with any look, and it'll add like a nice pink flush to my cheeks. And that is Desert Rose. Love it. And this is like a complete look. Like, if your lid shade, I have transition, crease. Like, I can do whatever with this palette and just really hit the road. Absolutely love. Now, just to throw them in there, I have like my blush palette. This is my go. I have one other MAC blush palette, but I don't really, no, two other ones. But I don't really reach for those blushes as often as I reach for these. So these are my go-to MAC blushes other than those. And here I have them labeled. And I just use a gold Sharpie that I got from Michaels. And this is the double-sided palette. And I just have these blushes labeled. These are my go-to MAC blushes. So I have Melba, Pink Swoon, Peaches, Fleur Power, Spring Sheen, Peach Twist, Flirt and Tease, which is discontinued, Make You Mine, which is a pro long wear blush, Pinch Me, I think is a pro long wear as well. I don't remember. Gingerly might be pro long wear. I don't remember. Peony Petal and Pincho Peach. These are my go-to MAC blushes other than the ones that I just showed you. And then here I have like more of my MAC eyeshadow. So here you get more light, more neutral, like lid shades, brow highlights, cork. I use more of, like, everybody has that eraser shade. Like, if you mess up, you can go back in and fix it. That's what I use cork for. I use cork when I use too much of like a crease shade or whatever. I can go ahead and erase it with cork and go over something else. Copper plate is more of like a transition shade. I'm going for like a more cool tone look. That's where copper plate comes in. It can come off a bit ashy on my eyes, but if I blend it in, the right amount, it does come off pretty nice. Saddle's a great transition shade for me. I love texture on the lid, but it also can be used as a transition shade. I love texture. It's so pretty. So gorgeous. And then on the other side, you get more like dark shades. So we have, oh, it's upside down. So we have Red Brick and Rule, which are great transition shades. Club is pretty on the lid. I love Fully for the crease. Corduroy, I love Handwritten for the crease. I love Shadowy Lady, Blackberry, Smut, Indian Ink. These are just like my really dark shades. And again, I have them labeled with the marker from Michaels. As I said, these are not all my MAC palettes, but those are the ones that I really customized. especially the ones that have like the new MAC inserts in them. I definitely say pick them up if you, I'm not an MUA or anything like that, but I do travel sometimes, and these are great for me just to grab one and just go. And I can, like I said, it's so easy to take these inserts out. No, they don't fall out. Like, I can shake the shit out this palette right now and it's not gonna fall out, but they're easy just to swap them around. I think MAC's did an amazing job with these new inserts. I definitely recommend that you try them out and see how you like them, and come up with your own palette. You can even buy like this double-sided palette and make like the ultimate palette. You can do one with 4 blushes. Over here, put a shadow ×6, cream color bases, concealers. You can just really play around and like really, it's just so amazing. So I just wanted to share my thoughts on these new inserts with you guys and show some of my MAC palettes with you guys as well, so you guys can really see. Maybe you want to test this out. I do recommend it. Also, this look was filmed, if it's not up already, it will be up in a few days, so keep a lookout for it. It's my Instagram bag tutorial. If it is up, it'll be linked down below. If not, like I said, give me a few days. And let me know what you guys think of these inserts. They are $1 to $3, like, and I highly doubt they're $3 even. So let me know what you guys think, and make sure you guys check them out. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.